Fellas, do you want to be considered high value? Do you earn less than 6 figures? Well, I'm afraid you've fallen into the same trap as millions of other guys out there.
So I think that the definition that we have now for a high value man is obviously like he has to have money, he has to be, confident, and obviously game like the one that person's on the super chat.
But I think it's time we rethink what high value actually means. Value is relative. When someone's called high value, it's usually in relation to the kind of men promiscuous women are attracted to. And unfortunately, this simply isn't what high value is, or even value for that matter. Just as beauty is in the eye of the beholder,
needle, please.
Value is relative to those around you.
They've been providing amputees with free prosthetics and services for over 30 years. They are who changed Tom Suss's life by not only providing her with a lifetime of free care, but also the education she needs to help thousands of other amputees just like her.
You don't attribute value to yourself, those around you do. So just because you think you're high value doesn't actually mean you are. Valuable to who? Yourself? Fine, but that's probably not the kind of value you're truly after. Take Jeff and John, for example. John lives in a small apartment building in a quiet, picturesque town. John will only ever do his chores to loud music, which, of course, his neighbours can't stand. John never goes above and beyond at work and is often combative towards his teammates and their ideas. Now let's look at Jeff. Jeff only does chores to loud music, but he wears headphones to respect his neighbours. Jeff helps the elderly cross the street, nurtures his teammates' ideas, and does the best he can to get the job done. Now between Jeff and John, who do you think is high value? There's John, someone who's selfish and won't do more than he needs to. And then there's Jeff, someone who elevates others and is a pillar to his community. This is what value looks like. And notice how not once have we mentioned promiscuous women. And actually, here's a real life example of a John in his natural environment exhibiting all kinds of Johnish behaviour.
Because you had this house before you moved in. This was grass.
Okay, yeah.
And when it rained, there was never a problem with the road because yours slopes down. Obviously, the grass and the mud absorb the water, so it goes down into the ground or does whatever it needs to do. Yeah.
Listen,
now you have no grass and no mud.
Yeah, but it's not your business.
Look at the cars. Look, you see the amount of flooding it is.
So just so you know what's happening, the guy behind the camera has redone his driveway. The guy in the red top lives across the road, and because the camera guy hasn't installed any kind of draining, all the rainwater goes from camera guy's house all the way down to red guy's house, thus flooding red guy's house.
Yeah, but that's not my.
But it's your problem.
But how is it my problem?
Because you got your driveway redone. You didn't need to.
Yeah, but it's none of your business. The fact that I got it done, though, is it?
This is what I'm trying to say to you. You're not understanding. It is my business.
How's it your business?
Because I live there and it's flooding my house.
But how is it flooding your house?
Because the rainwater is gushing down from here. There's no gutter in here. There's no things for like any water to dispose of. It's just running down into the road and then running into my driveway. Right, and I've got to wake up in the morning and basically I've got welly boots by my front door just to get out.
That's insane. And honestly, kudos to the guy in red. He was really nice about it. A lot of people would have been effing and blinding and just, getting all sorts of aggro. Because I live just there. I love it. Love that guy. He's the kind of guy you want to have a beer with, honestly. So the guy behind the camera, the John in our case, shows no sense of compassion, no sense of apology or even shame. Just not my problem. This John got what he wanted without a shred of concern for his neighbours, showing that he's extremely comfortable with inconveniencing those around him for personal gain. This, in my opinion, is what's stopping him from being a high-value person. If he's got enough money to buy a house and redo his driveway, he's probably got 6 figures somewhere, but he's selfish and inconsiderate, and that's why no one in their right mind likes him. But it's not all doom and gloom. This John can be a bit more Jeff whenever he chooses to. He just needs to make that change. So it's not really about how many cars you own or what watch you wear or even how much money you have in the bank. It's the impact you have on your environment and those around you. That's where value truly lies. Chasing 6 figures just so you can have a shot at an OF girl on the whatever podcast is an empty, meaningless pursuit. You know it, I know it, everyone knows it. They get with the Johns because community status and positive impact isn't what they consider high value. And when I say community status, I don't mean like world recognition, etc. I mean actual community status. They couldn't care less about John's personality, just as long as he can give them the resources and material they want, they're happy. So I would say do yourself a favor and forget about using finances to determine your value. Focus instead on leveling up yourself and those around you, and you'll be loved for it if that's what you're after. Pick a new topic, expand your mind, try out new hobbies, form fresh neural pathways, and stimulate growth. We need to rethink what high value really means so that we can better ourselves and those around us, embracing the process and not the result.